Today in the wood yard, it's 32 below zero, and I'm chucking wood. Here we go. So last night I got a call from a customer of mine that said his furnace is out and he's heating the house now with his fireplace and his small wood stove in his basement. And he only has a little bit of wood left because he didn't plan on having to heat his house. And he says, hey, can you bring me some right away tomorrow? I said, yes, I can do that. But here's the issue. For the last 4 days, well, I was here 8 days altogether. Last week, 4 days, this week, 4 days. And my brother Eric and I processed all this wood. Now, this is my wood, and my brother Eric has just as many loads at his house. We did 9 loads apiece. So 9 loads, and there's about a full cord and a half in each load. And I've got 9 loads here. He's got 9. And we still have another probably 4 or 5 loads to process of the big stuff. And we're going to do that in 2 days. But I got this call last night, and the guy says, hey, can you bring me some wood? Can you bring me a couple full cords? The problem is yesterday when I left, I pulled the processor home. Adam took my small mini dumper with 2 face cords, or 2/3 of a cord, home, and I've got that there. But this guy wants full cords, 2 of them. And I need my big trailer. There's the big trailer. So I came to get it this morning. So it's an 1.5 hour drive here. And seeing as I'm here to get the trailer, because this guy wants oak, I figure I'm here, I might as well haul some of this home. So I'm going to load up a load of this ash, and this stuff is all dry and ready to burn now. We tested a whole bunch of it yesterday. Our lowest readings we got was 13% moisture content. The highest reading we got was 16%. That's the highest. So all this is ready to burn now, the stuff that's the ash. Now there is some aspen in here. There was some hackberry in here. Let's see what else. There was some elm in here. But it's 90%, probably 95% ash. So I'm going to be chucking this into the trailer to haul a load back. And I'm going to dump it because I can sell this stuff right away over the next, couple weeks, month, whatever. Then I'm going to load up a full cord of oak to deliver today. And then tomorrow I'm going to do another one. Now this guy wants the wood delivered and he wants it stacked. He always pays me to stack the wood. So that'll be a separate video you're going to see. So right now I'm going to shovel the snow out of my trailer to get the snow out of there. And then we're going to fill it up with wood and we're going to haul it back. We're going to dump it and then load up another load and go deliver that. So it's one of those days. I got stuff going on. So the actual temperature right now is 14 below. The wind chill is 32 below. For those of you that live in warm areas of the country or world, that's pretty darn cold. Once it gets into below zero temperatures and you add some wind in, that's when it gets cold. For those of you that live in the Celsius part of the planet, which is most of everybody, in the United States here we go by Fahrenheit. So right now it's 32 below Fahrenheit, and at 40 below is where, that wind is cold. At 40 below is where Fahrenheit and Celsius converge. So 40 below is cold no matter where you are. At least it is here in the lower 48. If you're up in Alaska, I suppose, if you're in the Arctic Circle or in your Antarctica, 40 below is like everyday weather, but not for here. That's pretty darn cold. So I'm not going to stand around here and chat too much longer. We're going to chuck wood right now. Not even an inch. Half an inch maybe. You get this snow on this galvanized. It is slippery. Very slippery. So got that out. We're going to chuck back up the trailer to the pile, and then we're going to chuck the wood. I was going to hook the chains up to keep this open so I can. So first thing I'm going to do is shovel this little bit of snow out of here so I'm not dumping snow with the wood. There's not much in here. There's only about an inch of powdery stuff. Not even an inch. Half an inch maybe. You get this snow on this galvanized. It is slippery. Very slippery. So got that out. We're going to chuck back up the trailer to the pile, and then we're going to chuck the wood. I was going to hook the chains up to keep this open so I can. chuck it into a lower ledge instead of having to go up and over the top and the back right up to the piles. And chuck it into a lower ledge instead of having to go up and over the top and the back right up to the piles. And oh man, it is windy. You guys probably can't see it, but they said there's 20-mile-an-hour winds. And you add that onto the 14 below or whatever it is right now. It might have warmed up a degree. It's cold. I'm gonna have some snotsicles by the time I get done with this today, that's for sure. That should be good for a while. So I would hope this don't take much more than half an hour to throw a load on. It shouldn't. But I'm gonna have to pick through the pile a little bit because I do not want any aspen, popple. I don't want any box elder, which is some of that in here. A little bit of elm. The stuff that's green, I don't want. I want the stuff that's dry and ready to burn now. And of course, we just dumped all this out, but it's kind of mixed up. I'm just going to throw the good stuff in so I can take it back and sell it. So I'm going to put you guys somewhere safe where you don't get hurt. There it is. The wood is in. My brother showed up, so we chucked it in. 20 minutes is about all it took for us to load that in. The wind's picking up. It's getting brutal out here now. So it feels like 50 below. And I'm sweaty from throwing wood, so I'm getting back in the truck and heading home. Well, I just pulled into the wood yard here and I'm going to be dumping my load that we just put on. Kind of silly because eventually I have to load this back up to deliver it, but I don't have any deliveries today for this kind of wood. But at least I got 4 face cords, a full cord and third here that I can then distribute because I will have people that will want this. It'll sell fast and I'm going to be bringing another load back probably later this week. Now, on my way back here to the wood yard, I got a text from my customer. I'm supposed to be delivering oak today. He said, I am not going to have you bring the wood today. It's too cold. I don't want you out there because he was paying me to stack the wood. He said, there's no reason that you have to come today. I got plenty of wood to last me for at least a week. So that's kind of nice actually because it is windy. It's about 20-25-mile-an-hour winds. And right now I think it's about 5 below actual temperature. So they just said on the radio, it's like 25 below now. Warmed up like 5 degrees. And I'm going to dump this load and I'm going to go snow blow at my studio because I've got snow there because it's been drifting on the whole parking lot. It's all the snow came off the roof and it's drifted in there. So I'm going to be delivering the load of oak to this guy. Probably, let's see, today's a Monday and he said the end of the week is fine. So we'll wait till Friday. He said he's got enough wood to last actually through this whole week. So kind of nice of him to not make me go out there and stack wood in this kind of condition. So at least I got a load brought in, so that's a good thing. And I just talked to my brother. We're going to be going back in 2 days and we're going to be cutting up all the oversized stuff, the great big monster logs that we had there that would not fit through the processor. We figure we've got at least 3 loads, maybe 4, like this size of wood there to be processed. But we're going to have to cut it with chainsaws. And I did take the Wolfridge splitter there, so we're going to split on the Wolfridge and it'll be me and him and maybe one other guy is going to show up. So we'll be able to get it all done. That's the plan. So I'm going to be going back there in 2 days. And then I'll stay for 2 days. Hopefully we get it all done. And then I'll bring a load back with me. So that'll be kind of nice that I'll get another load back. So I go there often enough that it's no problem leaving it there out in the open in the field. And because this ash is so dry, we did a moisture test again just a little while ago when I was there. And when we tested it, it was 14 and a half, 13.5%, all of it. So very happy that we're going to be able to sell this right away. And I talked to Logger Jason last night about this particular bunch of wood that we cut. And he's also been cutting down a bunch of ash and then processing it and selling it right away. And he said, yeah, he's getting 14 to 15% on all of it. He said, even the big stuff, if the bark's falling off and it's ash, normally like green living ash, the moisture content is the high 20s, like 26, 27, 28%, whereas, you know, oak's in the 40 percentile. So that's green ash. which means that the stuff the bark's falling off of in these tops are really dry, way below 20%. So it's awesome. It's sad that it's going to be ending, within a year or two, there'll be no ash anymore. So that's kind of sad because it is great wood. So I'm going to dump this right now, and I'm going to go do some snow blowing. Holy schmolies, is it cold. I stepped around from the trailer here. The wind is just howling across here. Probably can't see it, but yeah, blowing. So there it is, dumped. It's about full quart and a third, maybe a little more. And my face is already numb. I've been out here like 5 minutes doing this. I am so glad I don't have to do any more out here. My nose is numb. Very nice of the guy to give me the afternoon off. Now I get to go do some snow blowing, but I got a big, huge park I'm gonna put on for that. All right, down the road we go. Well, there it is. My snow blowing is done. My nose is froze. My lips are numb. My fingers are numb. But I'm sweating. Tighten that. Some of those drifts were a foot deep, like cement. Not the wet kind, hard kind. Hard to punch through them, but I got it done. So that's it for today, folks. I'm going home, take a hot shower. Good night, Irene.